Suppose I need to unmute. Let's see. Still learning this. Hopefully everything's good. So, how is everybody today? Welcome in. Welcome official Crystal Clear TV. Welcome in. Welcome in, Gigi. I don't think she's here anymore. She's a full-time RN over in the Kansas City area. So, yeah, she may not be in chat anymore, but she might be listening. What surprised me with her. She's a pretty amazing Army mama. Let's see who else. Crackin' Mary, welcome in, welcome in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, y'all. How is it going today? I started clearing off my desk because, I mean, it's like anything when it starts to, we're going to wait for a few more folks to come in, so, I'll just talk for a minute. Anyway, started clearing off my desk and I lost my scissors and I kind of need them. So bear with me as I clear off while I'm not staring at the screen. Let's see, what are those? Okay, I know what those are. That's another cup. This is something give me a second. I gotta go close this window because it's gonna get to me. We live in a military community, so that means pretty much almost everybody backs into their driveways. So, let's see. Oh, I'm showing y'all this. It's the Comosphere. It's Kansas Comosphere and Space Center. It's actually in Reno County. So, I drive through Reno County once a month when I go for my medical appointments. People might wonder why I drive 2.5, 3 hours for my medical appointments. Well, I'm 2 hours outside Kansas City. And if I wasn't driving 2.5 to 3 to see a doctor I've seen for years, I would have to drive to Kansas City. And Kansas City's big, y'all. We drove, what was it, Mr. Stephanie? It was what, Labor Day weekend? Something like that? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that wasn't smart, but hey, we did it. So how's everybody's day going? Hey, Miss Crackin' Mary. I am just clearing off my desk a little bit really quick, so, because I had a pair of scissors up here, and I was clearing stuff off, and maybe I did move them, but I thought I stayed in this vicinity. So,
I could go out and get you a pair of scissors out of the van.
I did. I put them on the table. So I'm going to set them on the laptop quickly. How's Kraken doing? That I'll probably show today. There's that. We're going to put in our background. I got some things in the mail. I got to show y'all this really quick. I got this. Who did I get this from? I think I got this from Angie.
I don't honestly know. You open packages without me having.
That's why I take photos before I open. So, I'm pretty sure I got this from Angie's Oddities. And it's Fairy Light. I think that's what she called it. But either way. Yesterday I put one of these flameless candles in, turned it on. It's been going since yesterday, y'all. Hey, Kraken. Kraken, your package that was supposed to go out on Monday went out yesterday on the truck. I did not look for an update, but you should have got an email. The UPS store ensured that all packages, no matter which direction they were going, would be on yesterday's truck. Because last week, I had a couple packages that didn't make the truck until like Sunday, which is weird, but Monday shipping was delayed because of the weather. We had like a mini monsoon, meaning it didn't stick around for more than a day. So, welcome in, everybody. We've got some changes. If you haven't been here since before Monday, you notice I've got an intro. I'm still learning how to get it all set up as far as all that good stuff. But, yeah. So there's my mandrel in case I need it later. I don't know that I'll need it later. Look what came in the mail today. That is a sunflower and a butterfly. He is very tired. Is he doing okay, though? I mean, guys will tell us all day long they're okay, and we know different. Tell him to stop pushing so hard. Like, legit. And make sure he knows that we loved his happy birthday video to Mr. Stephanie. That was really awesome, like, for reals. It really did. It made Mr. Stephanie's night. He actually shared it on Facebook. So if people are connected with him on Facebook, he doesn't accept everybody friend requests because our Facebooks really are tied to a lot of our military families. Not just people we serve here, but those we've served in the past and those that we've served with in the past. So welcome in, Jessica. Yours was another package. It was, I know, Jessica Dumpster Girls. Your package, I didn't look to see what the ETA was on it, but it was a package that went out on a later truck. And I think I still have a package coming to you. Let me confirm that later. I haven't been mathing well in the last couple days, and I just think it's because I need a reset, probably. So, y'all, I said it in a few places today, and this is why I needed the scissors, because I want to show y'all what my day has been like really quick. So, a while back, I ordered a bunch of stuff, a bunch of merch.
Said she got it. It's beautiful.
Awesome. I'm glad. I've still got to reach out to a couple folks and make sure if theirs have arrived, or I know if you have, but I haven't heard anything. And it's not that I'm worried about how we packed, but I mean, I received a package that was clearly mishandled by the carrier, and I mean, it quite literally looked like they did everything but run over it. I'm not kidding. 95% of the items in the box were broke, and they're not items you can find on the shelf somewhere. So, I mean, a lot of it was just irreplaceable. Anyways, my day has consisted. Let me stir it up.
She said her kids ate the candy.
The kids ate the candy, see. So, my day has been drowning or swimming in sunflowers. Oh, I guess I'll pick that one up later. Got more sunflower merch. I've got stickers. I've got business stuff.
Mary says, "Wow, love that bag."
So this one I would say is more of a coin bag.
Awesome.
I was nervous, even though I knew we packed it well. I was nervous because, whew, I'm glad they arrived safely. And Hippie, Google Lens those goblets. If I had a Google Lens that, if I wouldn't have been in a hurry that evening, I wouldn't have started it at that. But I'm not telling you that to make you feel guilty. If I felt that it was anything other than what it was, I'd have messaged you and been like, hey, we got to make a different start on that. But no, enjoy them, love them, and I will make sure when I see that military family this evening, because we're going on post after my live. We're going to see some folks. We're going to take care of this weekend stuff because I was able to tie most of it up today in one form or another. Plus, I've got this. Kraken Mary, be sure Kraken knows that this evening this is being returned. I've already made arrangements with the family to return this to them.
Then baby girl vibes.
Hey, baby girl, blessings, chat. And I know y'all can see on your end, my end, it's just no color. I haven't not give wrenches out. The only two that have wrenches is Mr. Stephanie and Jess. I'm working out the details to be able to start giving wrenches out, but I will tell you, had I prematurely started giving wrenches out, I might be in trouble with my channel right now. Because I've created some waves I didn't mean to create with certain people, and maybe it's just because I am who I am and they are who they are, but it might have got misused. So most everybody that comes in chat regularly. Y'all are cool cats, so we're good there. Everyone will be getting wrenches at some point. It just may be an honorary system type thing. So let's see. All right, so we got this. So these will be going out in packages. Some of you have already got some. Some of y'all have got a variety of sizes. I did note in your packages to please hold on to them. Here's a wrist lanyard, right? To fit. It's got a keychain. I do have another variety of keychains. So I am going to start doing some merch bags. I won't be able to give all of them away for free, but we're going to give something away merch-wise today. So y'all stick around or come back. We'll be here for a good hour and a half at least. So Nana Teek's going to be coming on doing something about promoting her channel, or I'm not quite sure. I didn't get a full disclosure on it. We're going to raid her. Even if we're still live, we're still going to go raid her. Let's see. What else?
I'm going to drop the link for it.
Hey, Mel.
Yeah.
No, it didn't go out yet. Jessica B's package.
No, because it's...
No, this needs to go in it. Let me put it in one of these blue bags. And if you could put it in her package, otherwise it may not have went in her package this time. And I kind of already mentioned that was in there, just not a whole lot of detail as to what. Alrighty, we've got 11 in here, so I guess we're going to start out with, all right, we got some changes. A few of you, thank you. I just kind of threw it up and I looked before I came live, but I'm like, we can go with that. So it was brought to my attention. I'm not gonna single anyone out, so please don't feel like you're being singled out. Even if I am discussing a little bit, hear me out. All right. I know not everybody has a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks, and I know some people have an income of only once a month. If you fall into any of that, especially the monthly people, drop me an email. What said an email stays an email, like for real. But if you want to support, if you want to buy, but you can't pay except once a month, I need to know that. I need to know that ahead of time. Mr. Stephanie and I had discussed it recently, so it was actually last week about it. We're going to do 4 build-a-box, essentially, a month for 4 people. 2 of those are already gone. So I have 2 box spaces left because we don't have a whole lot of space. Everybody else, this is the way we're going to be rolling it. So, Robin, Mr. Stephanie and I, and y'all, you just got to learn it here because I'd rather you hear it from me than somewhere else. Me and Mr. Stephanie are financially separate, okay? I know that isn't everybody's business, but let's just be upfront, okay? A few people already know this. Yes, we are still, but we're financially separate.
Yeah, turn it that.
And you're not the only one. So, with that said, I understand once a month. What it cannot do is go into invoicing someone unknowingly that they cannot pay it, expecting that payment. Because this past week, let me see if I can find it. I bought some business stuff that I would have waited until this week to have purchased. So these are my new poly bags. They'll come in different sizes. But these are my new poly bags. Okay. Hey, Johnny, welcome in. So I made purchases with expectation that everyone that I was invoicing were going to be able to pay. Now, I've already been in touch with everybody, so it's not an issue. But I'm making you aware. I lack the ability up until this week of communicating effectively with y'all. So that's why we're having this discussion now. So if you're going to be in a hardship, and you need a couple weeks to pay, that's not a problem. But let me know before I invoice you. For one, it takes a lot of time and energy. Because this is what happens. Let me grab a box really quick. We're gonna grab one that I haven't boxed yet because I have not boxed an invoice yet. So this is from my last sale. Yes, when y'all make a purchase with me, you get a bin or a basket depending on what it is. Okay, it's how I stay organized. I gotta get a drink. And I gotta shed this. By the way, Robin, you remember when you and Dee Dee sold together? This is what I snagged from her. And this is a Dee Dee original. I don't know what the actual brand is, but hey. And it'll keep you warm. All right, so a shot. So this, I mean, I know some people that live near Kansas City, not just a group of guys, but I know other people. So Kansas City's within driving distance of us. No, this is not a shot. This is water, I promise. Trust me, this year has given me every reason to drink, and drinking was never an issue for me, but I always knew it could be. Can you tell I'm uncomfortable? Because I'm talking about things I'm uncomfortable with. But I want everyone to be straight. If you're in a hardship, if you need a couple weeks to pay. Because I had a handful of folks that I'm a prompt buyer, or I'm a prompt, as soon as their invoice comes in, I pay them. Or pay them within 12 hours, because sometimes I'm on when they invoice. One of them lives pretty far from me, and she's a single mom, and I literally waited till that evening and cried my eyes out to message her, not because I had to be delayed, but the fact that I just couldn't pay her, and I knew she was waiting for that invoice to be paid. So that's me in a nutshell. I can do build a box for 4 people monthly that are on Social Security. Doesn't matter why you're on Social Security. If you're old enough, there's a few of you that are. And you look amazing, just so you know. Otherwise, this is the way Build a Box is going to work for everybody else that wants to build a box with me. The first week, you're going to be... So I have shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm doing really good today, April. How are you, honey? Welcome in. I get to get over to your channel every time I get there, and I think, hey, I want to have uninterrupted time. Y'all, if you haven't hit April up, I mean, she's not blue. Mr. Stephanie's going to drop her link, and he's going to drop Robin's too. I think he's been dropping links, but if he hasn't gotten to you yet, he will. I didn't ask him to do that for anybody, y'all. He's just been doing it. So,
come in and support our channel. You get your link now.
So, if you need to build a box with me and you need it to be for once a month, I need to know the date that you're going to have it paid no matter what. I've got 2 spaces available. It's going to not be in the chat. This is off chat, okay? You need to email me. My email's up here, like right there, okay? Otherwise, if you don't want to be invoiced within, say, 48 hours of my final sell week. Hey, Southern Belle, welcome in. If you don't want to be invoiced with shipping within 48 hours of my final sell for the week, I need you to message me and say you want to build a box with me. That build a box is 2 weeks long. First week, so we started on Monday. I had a show on Rita's yesterday, so it's Tuesday. Here I am today. I am not going to be able to focus talking to y'all and chat, so Mr. Stephanie, she's going to have to hit me up if it's something important. Because I feel guilty if I'm not responding to chat. I promise, I'll get better. In a way. So say by the end of this week, if you've gotten one item from me and you've requested that I hold it because you want to buy more from me, that's cool. I'll hold it for 2 weeks. You're going to be invoiced for the item on Thursday or Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday, and I've got to be in Kansas City. Well, I ain't got to be. It's my choice to be. I have not taken a day off. Just because I'm not on screen does not mean that I haven't been working every day. So, I need a break. I'm going to Kansas City with Mr. Stephanie. We're going to meet some really cool guys, some old guys. At least one of them. The other one works outside their space, outside YouTube. So, Y'all have to check out. I'm sure they or we or both of us will have something to post later about that. So, um, so this week's sales, you're gonna, unless we have an arrangement already. I'm not talking those I already have an arrangement with. You're going to be invoiced on Thursday or Friday for this week's items. Next week, we'll do the same thing. Okay? At the end of that, you're going to be invoiced for those items next week, plus the shipping for the total amount. And that's just because I don't have space to hold 12 boxes all month. And I need to be paid more often than that. Because here's the reality. They're very busy for me. I have 2 days a week. And one of them actually have an auction. It's just not on my channel. Tuesdays, I do outreach. That's boots on the ground. Hey, Ella, welcome in. Ella's another one. Check out, y'all. She's on the East Coast. She's actually on the southern part of the East Coast. She's over there in Florida. I don't know what she was telling on you, but I'll go back and read the chat later. I've actually got to read Wednesdays or Tuesdays. No, that was Mondays. See, I need a break. But Tuesday, it's boots on the ground in my community and outreach area, and that is a 30-mile perimeter. So if you Google Fort Riley, Kansas, I could take you out with my phone. I can't actually do it. I would get in trouble. But our boundary is 200 yards from where I sleep. So, 30-mile perimeter. So I do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is why I'm not on Rita's until Central Time, 6 o'clock. So, anyway, I think we're going to get to selling some stuff. If y'all have any questions about the Build-A-Box, I think I was pretty plain as far as my monthly people. And no matter who you are, whether you're paying once a month or you're paying your items 1 week and then the next week you're paying items and you're shipping, that's no one else's business. That's the reason why I said email. And you'll find it right there. Okay? Just put the subject line, Build-A-Box. Stephanie, she's always telling I am the baby, but she's telling like she's... Are y'all sisters? I'm just asking. Because I know a lot of us follow each other and we either call each other sisters because we really are, or we call each other sisters because we have that type of a relationship. But it's great to see you both in here. Thank you for coming in. Ooh, now that's interesting. That's interesting. That's so cool.
April and baby girl vibes?
Yes. Okay. So, yes, baby girl vibes. And hey, you got to remember, I cannot mute you. So you have to once in a while, okay? Hey, I still got this. All right, we're going to start with $1 item. No, yeah, we'll start with $1 item. These are two different. I'm going to take them out of their package because the plastic reflects, but they are in their package. These are going to be $1. They're brand new. I have 10 of each set. They're similar but different. One of them is a full, right at, I want to say, this tape measure, because two brilliant people apparently heard that my two guys tape measure blew up. Long story. It just sounds better if I say that. It says it's 1.5 inches. So we're going to say 1.5 inches this way. Okay, this one is tattoo choker. So it's the tattoo choker. Hey, Mr. Stephanie, would you do me a solid?
Yep.
Hand me those right there on the table that I got that I think will be great to hold the hanger like thing.
Oh.
Right, yep. Thank you.
Yeah, hold the tape on.
But do I really? I'm not selling them. I got these from sourcing in South Central Kansas too. And I thought they would look cool to. So, no. We're just. Alright, so there's. I'm still learning the camera. So there's that one. And obviously I need 2 hands right now. So, I promise getting a video camera like thing, or I ain't got enough space on my phone because I screenshot everything when I'm in other people's, especially if I'm buying. It helps me remember, like, did I really pay that for that item when I get it, type of thing. And I've needed to use that more than once. No fault of the seller, just so y'all know. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, please tell me I did not close out.
No, you're still good.
Alright, we're just not going to put nothing back on the laptop because that was scary. Alright, so this is the other one. So these ones, there's 3 of them. And I guess I could pull them off to show you we're not setting anything on the laptop. So, what did I do with that one? Oh, it's right there. So, both of them are $1 choice. And you can do white because it's a white card. This one retails at $4.90. This one is black heart and it's got 3. So I would say they're almost stackable. And this retails for $8.90. So there's the barcode. Here's the front. Let me grab my little hanger. Y'all have to excuse me for a second. I have to mute you because Jess is here from her work. So give me just 1 second. But yeah. Unmuted.
Hi. I just got off work. So, yeah.
You should fix yourself up.
I just got off work after a 10-hour day. But I figured to say hi.
All right. Well, you said hi. Love you.
Bell says hi, Jess.
Yeah, I see that.
All right. Well, you've got that. So now you can bling out your packages too.
Well, yeah.
You're
I'm
welcome.
sure they'll appreciate it.
I'm sure too. They're gonna appreciate mine. Check this out really quick, and then I gotta get look sunflowers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, more. All right. See you later. Love you. Have a safe trip home. All right. So there's 3 of these.
Oh.
Yeah, don't fall over the baby gate. So the top one is a pink heart and it says no. The white one is white and says buy, BYE. And then the bottom one's black and it says So they're $1 a piece. I just took them out of their packaging to show you. It does say not a toy. I would say juniors and preteen. Well, maybe not preteens. I guess it depends on the preteen if I give these to them. But if you want either of them, just the card color and how many. I have 10 available of each. The black one is retail $8.90. The white one's retail $4.90. I think is what it said. Yeah, $4.90. I am not going to get that back in right now, so we're just going to set that off. Let me see. Oh.
So Southern Belle says she loved the taffy that she got from us.
Awesome. Awesome. Glad it arrived. We're going to set that there. Let me find the other piece of plastic. That way I'm not looking for it later. Alright, what else? Is there any stone lovers in here? Stone, not stoned. I mean, if you throw those brown opal at someone, then I guess they're stoned. Anyway, this is a brown opal. In 2020, it sold for $40. It is 543 grams, so unless it lost some weight. Hey, Josie, welcome in. So unless it lost some weight since I've weighed it. No, 543. Welcome in, Angie. So starting bid for this brown opal is $30. I will get you some rough measurements if I can find my tape measure again. That's why I'm glad 2 people, not just one, sent me a new tape measure since mine from the 2 guys blew up. Alright, so this one is roughly at the base. Right now I'm measuring. So it's approximately 2 inches long. And I'm only going by the disc color because they smooth it out, right? By 1 1/4 inches. It might be a little more, it might be a little less. From the base to the top is approximately eyeballing for between 4 1/4 and 4.5 inches. And then across, so from side to side is approximately 4 inches.
And Mona did what's and says hi, everyone.
Welcome in, Mona. Welcome in. It does have a couple drusies. If y'all know what a druzy is, it's just a natural crevice. So that one goes in a little bit. See it? Yeah, you can see it right there. That's not a crack. That's a druzy. Let's see. Give a little better light on this baby. And it is listed brown opal. It came from someone that specializes in these. So starting bid is $30 for that one. I've got a blue soda light. Starting bid's going to be $12. It is 320 grams. The base is 2 inches by 1 1/4. And it's just over 3 inches tall. And it's pretty cool. So comparison, this is a coin purse. I mean, I've seen coin purses smaller than this, but let's see, do it that way. I could literally, yeah, I'm going to just do it, just to do it. Alright. Well, maybe not. It's thick. I mean, the idea worked in my head, but hey, wait. It might happen. It'll fit in that coin purse. Ain't gonna get much more in there except for maybe some sand.
Unique Spider Creek says, hi, Stephanie and everybody.
Welcome in, Uniques. Welcome in, Uniques. I call Uniques Creek usually. And I don't mean to chop y'all's names up. It's just I have problems remembering names, so I try to go with something that I can identify it if you don't have a picture up. Like Angie, I watch Angie a lot at night, especially when I can't sleep, when I need some calm in my life. Rita's another one I do that with. Let me find this card. So start in bid. And the way starting bids work, y'all, if you're the only one that comes in at a starting bid, you're going to get it for what it asked. And I'll tell you what, if you think my price is too high, you can always offer me what you think what you would pay for it. Alrighty, we are going to move on to fire quartz. The stone is going to start at $20, but it has a story. It's got some scars. So it is 627 grams. I don't have the rest of the dimensions on it because I didn't write them down. I need to just attach this to my wrist. So the base is approximately 1.5 inches by 1.5, a little over 1.5 inches. So that's the base. I took and was going to put a number there. I tried to take it off and it was going to take the whole thing off, so I just left it, meaning the sticker that identifies. I will tell you, in 2024, it's what was it? It was like $38. And this is fire quartz. So I told you it has a story. So this was shipped from the Phoenix, Arizona area to Kansas. And then what was it, a year and a half ago?
Yep, it was shipped back.
It was shipped back. So let's see, right there. Let's see. It's either flash or it's from an impact. There are a few little dings that you'll notice throughout. It's still a beautiful stone. And then I have to feel more than anything right now. So back here is a hairline fracture. And that's because it went through the postal system. Even with labels on it. Apparently the fragile labels, they try to test out your packaging because that's how we end up with scratch and dent stones. But I was told that even with the condition this is in, it's worth at least $20. So yeah, right here. I don't know if you can see the difference in color, but I would say I think you can see the hairline crack. So, ooh, that will be fun. Oh, yeah. Kraken and I had a discussion about that. Before your birthday, he was telling me y'all's plans, and I think that's awesome. All right. So our next items is going to be an apple lot. And we're going to do it, buy it now, $3. So you get this wire hanger. And this is like a little tea towel. It's about the size of a washcloth. If you want to see it closer up, I'll take it off. This is an Avon bottle. of cologne. Says Topaz. It's not perfect because it had a sticker at one time, or I'm assuming a sticker at one time right there. But it's half full. It's maybe a little less, maybe a little more. And then here's this apple candle. It came from Houston, Texas. And here's the wick right here. It has never been lit. So buy it now. $30 for it all. And I just bumped something. So hopefully I didn't mess up anything up. But for you apple lovers, I think
Southern finds it and says hello.
Hello, welcome in. Those virtual appointments definitely help. I have a virtual appointment every other week. So and it saves all my road time. But yeah, when you gotta bounce out, honey. Well, I don't know that I would bounce out. I'd probably just walk out, but thank you for coming, Dawn. And tell Teresa to check my email, because I seen her email about 5 minutes after she sent it to me this morning. I haven't been able to go back on email, so I don't know if she responded or not. But text her, because I know you got her number, and be like, hey, Steph wants you to respond. And if y'all haven't checked out Dawn Southern Finds, I think most of you that are in here are familiar with her. But if you have not, definitely go check her channel out. Mr. Stephanie will drop her. So these are Hawaii nuts. Yes, they're Hawaii nuts. This one is a little looser as far as right here versus this one, but they're authentic. You can Google lens them. They are Hawaii Lays. I sold 3 Lays or Hawaii nuts on Rita's last night. So I have a pair of black. I do have more of these, but until I get some of my inventory that's here out, I won't be bringing any more. So these are, there's a string on that one.
What are you selling those for?
$3 each. So we'll do $3 buy it now choice. So there is a string on there. I didn't see it before, but now I do. If you want me to cut it off, I will, or I'll let you do it if you buy it. These go for far more. These are brand new. They just don't have the tags on them. So, yeah, what Robin said above, that's the nuts that they are. I mean, you can do a lot with them. You can just leave them the way they are. You can craft with them. I don't have time for any of that right now. But buy it now for choice, $3. I'm going to move on, but if you're interested, drop it in chat and just say $3 and which color. Black or we'll do white. They're not really white, they're more tan, but either way. $3 each for those. Alright, number 4 is brand new. It retails for $20. I thought it was a moon and a butterfly, but apparently it's not. So there is the tag on it. This is a new day. It is 14 karat gold dipped cubic zirconium, 16-inch with a 3-inch extender. It looks like a moon to me, but someone told me it's a C. Brand new. Let's see. I don't remember what I asked last night for it. So let's go with $5. Buy it now. Number 4, $5. Buy it now. This is metallic pink. So, I mean, all you gotta do is wrap it. All right. So this is a Star Wars Star Tours. I forget what year it is, but you can Google lenses, baby. This is a bank. Star Tours. Star Wars. It did come from Disney. It's going to need a cleaning. It does have that, but it is clean on the inside. Asking $8. And like I said, if you think my number is too high, throw an offer. It's what midweek Let's Make a Deal is all about. I'm going to bring something up. I'm going to ask you to pay a certain price, but it don't mean we have to stay there. I know how much I paid for it minus shipping, so $8 covers that. So let's see. We got a cherub. So you can put it says it's Old Village Traders, $3. It will show you the butt crack. Cherub. The roses are red, and the rest of it, I'm going to assume flowers. They're pink. This is a cherub. It is from Old Village Traders. $3. Buy it now.
Yarn again.
Yarn again. Hello. Little Debbie, welcome in too. Y'all know how to make a girl feel good, I tell you. Yarn again. We're not going to discuss it in chat, but I sent you an email this morning after I seen you sent me one. On my screen, it said we were like 5 minutes apart, and I haven't had time to go back and look. But if you haven't, resend that. You know what I'm talking about. And I will message you later because we're going to deal with something. Y'all, I'm not talking nothing about nobody. I'm just, yeah. We resellers, look out for each other. So, let's see. Did I tell y'all I got merch bags? So, these are going to be coming soon. If y'all see me in any chat today saying I was drowned in the sunflowers, I really was. I ordered this stuff weeks ago, weeks and weeks ago, and I thought it just got lost in the mail. So this is one of the keychains. I'm going to be doing merch. I don't know that I'll do it this evening, but we're going to give one of these away. Matter of fact, let me see. Because I've got another keychain.
So, Tuber Chat comes in, says word up.
Who?
Tuber Chat.
Hey, Tuber Chat. Hey, now, y'all, if any of you are looking to build your channel, I'm not kidding. Tuber Chat is a place to go. In the last 2 months, maybe not 60 days, but 2 months, I've had shout outs while I was in their chat. I wasn't able to talk, but I was in their chat. I've got them saved in a playlist that you can't see, but I'm going to share it later. Tuber Chat, I believe, is in Canada, but it don't matter where you're at. I mean, I got merch coming to everybody.
Gave a thumbs up and shared out on Reddit.
Thank you, Tuber Chat. And I want y'all to know, I do not pay Tuber Chat to do that. So, y'all know what I do for y'all, no matter who you are. I'm just digging for some other keychains really quick, y'all, and then I'll keep going. I'm just excited because a few more of y'all are here, so I'm going to show you. So this evening, we're going to raid Nana Tink.
And Southern Belle. Because Southern Belle's on tonight, isn't she?
No,
Or is she not?
I don't think she's back until Saturday, but
Okay.
she might be. Please verify that.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to get a lanyard, and you're going to get your choice of keychains. And it'll come like this, but it won't come with both keychains. Well, it might. It might. I might be in a giving mood.
So yeah, she's not on until the 23rd. So.
Okay. So that's going to be this evening's giveaway. But we're going to raid Nana Tink. I'm not quite clear if she's selling tonight or if she's just promoting something, but she's going to be going on. All right, she is an hour ahead of me. So it's supposed to be 5 o'clock my time because I'm near Kansas City. So I think she said 6:30. So Mr. Stephanie will drop her chat. And the way we're going to do it, the first person that the giveaway winner tonight is going to get the first merch from me. You're going to get a business card. All right. I tried to get them out in the packages last week and it didn't happen. I do got them printed. But you'll get a choice of either that keychain or that one or wait, right there. I got to learn this camera. You're going to get the wrist lanyard, right? For sure. And some stickers. So that's what our giveaway is going to be in a half hour. Kim is in the house. Y'all, I'm telling you. Kim, you got to check this out. You got to check this out. I should have dropped you a link so I could have seen your face for this. So, I think most of y'all are getting used to me. So, I gift because I can when I can. So, I got this. We got this well over 2 weeks ago. So, just know that. Okay? So, Kim, is this not cool? This is an ornament. Is this not cool? Dude, they didn't have but a couple of them, so I had to grab it.
And then Southern Belle wants to know if you're going to be autographing the back of your business cards.
Well, Southern Belle, I've got to ask. In your package, did it have a postcard? You don't have to put what type of postcard. Yeah, I think it's Game Boy, Robin. And I haven't been back to check yet. If y'all don't know, Johnny did hit his 75,000, right? And at the same time that I got that ornament, I got this one, but didn't realize. So I don't know if it happened, if I bought it this way or if it happened on our way home. It's not broke, but some of the enamel's off. So, Johnny was live in our chat the night he achieved his goal of 75,000. So I had to show him what I've been waiting to give him. Tell me if this does not look like Johnny, especially after, whose was it that he was on? He was on someone's, and he was dressed as Santa Claus. Now, they did have one with, what was it, with a gator too, right?
Yeah. Santa
But if any of y'all follow Johnny, what was it, last month or maybe a little more than that? They went out to Williamsburg, Virginia, and they met up, and I need to write these people's names down. I'm terrible with names, so I'll get used to you. Anyways, they met up with someone. I want to say Veronica, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. And when I seen this at the store, it was the same time I got the other one I just showed you. I was like, no, this one's Johnny. It hasn't gone out to him yet, but it will soon. He'll get it before Christmas, so I promise you that. even if I have to pay for Expedia shipping.
So,
All right.
Southern Belle
Go ahead.
says that it had a single sunflower.
It had a single sunflower. Was it a big sunflower? Not everybody put the sizes of your sunflowers, because some of y'all got the size of this. There were a few that got smaller, and not because of anything, but if it was like a giveaway and y'all haven't bought from me or something before, I might have given you this size or smaller.
Or it might have been we didn't have.
Or it might have been that I ran out of sunflowers, which actually happened. Because where are my sunflowers? Oh, I know where it's at. The one thing missing over there is my sunflower bouquet, right? That I got from Cool Ranch Amy. The reason why it's missing is someone got a sunflower in their package. Actually, it was more than one person. Those shouldn't arrive though until later this week. Because I ran out of sunflowers and I felt guilty, but I didn't have the ability to go get them. So I just started pulling off of that.
And yes, she said she got a postcard with a friendly message.
All right, did I sign it? I only asked because, like, for this link, I actually had it scheduled. The thumbnail was right, but the schedule was wrong. So I had to go in and adjust that this evening before we came on. So what did we decide this was?
I don't know. Hi, Lindsay Ann.
Lindsay Ann, welcome in. So this is a tower. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I know yours was hippie, but in all fairness, no one could judge me for hippie, because before hippie started buying from me, we knew each other on other channels. So this tower reaches approximately 4 inches. And I do want to say, it's Jasper. That's what this is. This is Jasper, but it also came up desert Jasper or something. So it's 4 inches tall. And this one's you would find in a store somewhere. I'm trying to fill it. It does still have its point. We're gonna start this at $10. I'm gonna get you a weight on it. It's 266 grams. 266 grams. It came up sand jasper, but it also came up ocean jasper. And Jess says that it's ocean jasper. And she's the one that made this purchase when she was on deployment. If you want to know whereabouts she was, she'll have to tell you that. I am a military mama.
So
I don't have that.
Says hi.
Welcome in, Nanatik. Yep, that's the lady you want. That is the lady
you want to read.
I left a few things out because I want you to get to your Florida home. And then I want to mail you some more. That's just, yeah. I made sure it wasn't in my background. It was actually, there was something in my background that I didn't want you seeing, and then it hit me. I was watching the live back one night, and I'm like, oh my goodness, if she looks, she's going to notice. Y'all, Nana Tink, Yarnigan, which is Teresa, Don said they're fine. These women, and there's more of you, so don't start and say, well, what about me? Okay, these women, I'm telling you, they're the same women if they're not on the screen. I wanted you to feel that. My mama taught me, and I have to be I have to guard my heart, right? Because my mom's been gone for 4 years now. Sorry, y'all. The holidays are hard. Thanksgiving was a big one for her. I'll be alright, I promise y'all. We haven't really decided what we're doing. We're still trying to raise funds so we can do some Thanksgiving baskets.
Oh no, I'm good at finding a couple common table places and going hanging out.
You want to go into the Little Apple and just do like we do for Christmas every year?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, on the holidays in the Little Apple, no one goes hungry for the holiday. I mean, anyone under the sun's there. So if you're not familiar with bigger cities that might have soup kitchens, and I say that respectfully, because you're gonna find all walks of life at the ones here. Anyways,
Christmas last year was fun doing that.
yeah, we didn't stress. My struggle is, one, I can't focus on it because then I start thinking about all the women in my life. If y'all caught at all, if you're on my Facebook, probably, I'm not sure how much I shared on YouTube of my trip, for my medical trip. I didn't go back to the cemetery since before the summertime, and it hit me because my youngest soldier asked me where I wanted to go, because we had time before my appointment. I'm like, let's go see Papa, which is my dad, which meant let's go to the cemetery. I kept myself so busy or other things that I hadn't thought that one of the last women in my life that see me, that I'm related to by blood, right, was planted in that ground in July. And so we went in like we always do, which is side for my dad. But my youngest soldier said, I want to take you somewhere first, because he knew I hadn't been to her grave. And so I came home. That was a full day for me. I drove. Mr. Stephanie worked that day. This is their busiest day. K-State football is a real thing. And when I cleared my iPhone months ago, I thought that your iPhone storage stayed, that you had downloaded, and apparently it didn't. And my last trip with them, other than for a wedding, and that's my great aunt, which is my grandma's sister. She passed away July 4th. Her birthday's July 5th. Go figure. She was most patriotic. She didn't serve in combat boots. All her brothers did.
And her kids did.
And yes, all her sons also served. And so she was very big on the VFW and the auxiliary for women, right? So a few of y'all can see my Facebook. Not everybody can, and please don't take that personal. I have a lot of military families I'm connected with, not just the ones that we serve here. I want to show you these. I ordered this stuff weeks ago, and I thought it got lost in the mail. So this is a necklace. I haven't took a measurement on it, but it's the rainbow colored sunflower, and it says, you are my sunshine.
You gonna sell them?
I'm going to sell them. I'll have to order more.
Okay.
Starting bid is $6 for choice. So, when I was a younger mother, I sung my kids' songs to bedtime, right? I've got more. I'm just showing you this one. I only have one of each color, so I better say that. Starting bid $6 for choice. I have this color, which is the rainbow. I've got they're right here in front of me. I just couldn't grab them. I have one in silver tone, and I have one in gold tone. Starting bid $6 for choice. part of our revenue after fees during our regular shows. So this is the silver tone. I'll get a measurement for the drop. Yeah, it says it on both sides. You are my sunshine. So the silver tone one, starting bid $6 per choice. So there's the rainbow one, the silver tone one, and then we got the gold tone one. So depending on all that, depends on what we can do for our 2 Thanksgiving boxes we're hoping to raise enough funds for. Mr. Stephanie and his employer, for anyone near Kansas City that we're within driving distance. Yep. Here's that gold tone one. So when I was raising my babies, I started out with Jess, and then as each of them came into the world, I did the same. One of the songs I sing to them every night is You Are My Sunshine. And my dad's wife, so that'd technically be my stepmother. You'd have to find me on another platform to explain that. But when she passed away, my daughter and my niece sung You Are My Sunshine. Because they were, 7 years old? My children were young when they lost half of their grandparents. And then Jess was on deployment when my mom took her last breath. So, service is a real thing for us. It's not just because of where we live. So, gold tone, You Are My Sunshine. Says it on both sides. Gold tone. So, gonna get these chains wrapped up. Let me. We have other things we say or do. Keeps us rooted. Like anything, a lot of you, some of y'all still have parents and or grandparents. I'm lucky in that aspect. Blessed, actually. I don't like the word luck. I like the word blessed. This is the multicolored one. It's like rainbow. This is my favorite. They're brand new. I just took them out of the package. You Are My Sunshine.
Ooh.
That was our neighbors, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So that was probably a boom.
It was a big boom.
So if y'all hear anything, I apologize. There's nothing I can do. I will not.
They're playing big time tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be all over Facebook. It's shaking my house and be like, you have no idea. I look closer. I'm going to put these back in their bags. If there's no interest, we will move on. So, Little Debbie, that's my grandfather, my last grandfather, passed away. I had a grandfather and a step-grandfather, but he always, for the most part, treated me as a granddaughter. He passed away. Grandpa died after my mom, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah, so my mom died in 2020, not because of COVID, but because of COVID restrictions and being a diabetic. Jesus.
They're playing with the big boys tonight.
We're in November, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think they had that scheduled yet. I missed the memo. Alright, I gotta look for the rest of these. I'll put those somewhere.
Yeah, it's bad enough it's literally shaking.
It's shaking my feet.
House.
It's shaking my feet. So if you hear my fur babies, I don't think you will, but if you do, just know it's because of that. And there's nothing I can do about it. Let's see, what else? We are at 5:18. Nana, when are you going on? Because it's 6:18 there for you. I mean, I imagine you got everything already ready, honey. But we're going to raid you, and then we're going to do a giveaway. My giveaway tonight for sure is, and I've already hit it for myself. That gives me anxiety. It does. But it's only because I wasn't thinking about it. I'm going to add something to this. I'm going to show y'all something. Y'all can pick a color. Whoever wins tonight, my giveaway, you'll get at least the lanyard and the keychain. You'll get the choice of keychains. I think I'll just throw both of them on. Yeah, we're going to throw both of them on. Because, you know, I mean, Thanksgiving's next week.
And Nana says she'll buy one. She's in Florida.
You're fine, honey.
We're the same way.
I've had to go on a buying freeze. And I know who's got my back in the reseller world. But I can't even do conscientiously. I cannot do even a side hustle of buy-in until I have everyone who has paid first. And those people know who they are. And you know, I imagine it was as stressful for them as it was for me, because typically I pay usually within 48 hours. I try to pay a lot sooner than that, but depending on the day where I'm at, it may not happen. So I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to just put one on. Let's go with a color other than the sunflower color. So y'all know that Jess, the butterfly queen, is... Oh, I did do that. Jeez. Hopefully they don't go all night. There's times they really do. And no, I don't sleep on those nights very often. Alright, I'm going to stick it up here just so it can be seen. Alright, so the only thing you'll have to do if you win this lanyard and both keychains is tell me what color you want your butterfly to be. This one's a purple and pink. So when Nana goes on, 15 minutes. So at 6:30. So at 6:30, Mr. Stephanie will drop her link. Whether she's live or not yet, I want y'all to read her chat. Please be respectful. You don't even have to tell her. I mean, she's listening, but seriously, you never have to tell another seller that you're going because of me. Because sometimes I don't want to bring attention as long as people are behaving. Now, with that said, I have this phone open. And I have this phone open. So I'm going to know who goes over there and leaves a comment. Raids can be fun. They can be abused, though. But that's a story for another day. So I literally have a handful of charms. The colors are bluish green. You got your usual, you know, orange butterfly. We got pinks. It just, yeah. So you've got some choices. So this is going to be the giveaway that we're going to do. We're going to attempt to ask Siri again. Let's show some more stuff while we're waiting. All right, so this is Believed by Brilliance. It's men's jewelry, stainless steel. It's still in the card. It was $17.94 before tax. I'm only asking $10. And yes, I did purchase this. This was an item me and Mr. Stephanie started purchasing. Very intentful to start coming online. Tax season last year. No, I bought this sooner than that. I hung it on the back of one of my doors. What was it? A dollar store hanger or whatever. Yeah. I put the whole bag up there and I forgot, and it got buried with coats and stuff. So this is an eagle The importance of the eagle, for me, is symbolic. My dad was an over-the-road trucker, and that's where I was going with you, little Debbie. My dad and Mr. Stephanie's dad, either one were unable to successfully pass MEPS. That's the physical exam and all, in order to join any branch. For my dad, he had flat feet. Well, when one branch told him no, which he started with the Navy because his dad was in the Navy, he went on to the Air Force. They told him no, so he went to the Army. And that recruiter told him, he said, Charlie. Of course, this is my dad telling me this because obviously I wasn't born. Said, Charlie, no one's going to tell you yes. You've got flat feet. You can't do a march. And those marches are what, 12 miles straight?
Some of them, yeah.
8 to 12 miles.
My dad was Vietnam era.
And then,
wasn't allowed in due to hearing. And like he told me later in life, he actually was blessed for not being allowed to go.
Yeah. Mr. Stephanie's dad is Vietnam era because Mr. Stephanie's parents is an antique frog. Now, if you don't want to use it, this is a big one. This is not a small one. If you don't want to use it for what it was intended for, I'll show you what you can do with it. Mr. Stephanie.
Yeah.
The boss is in here. I apologize. She is the only one of my fur babies that can get into this area.
How much you selling?
I've been asking $15 for it because, you know, it is.
Well, we're going to stay with 15 because
Let's-
it's got the other usage.
So this is a cool frog. You know where my box of pins are? I can tell you exactly. They're on that side of the table.
I know exactly where they're at.
So if you do not want to use this antique, no, it's not an antique. It's vintage, Mr.
Oh, well,
Stephanie.
you said antique, so that's
Whatever.
I'll fix it.
Well, it's because I was looking at you, and, you know, you're the one that's been saying you're an antique. So if you don't want to use it for what it was intended for, I'll show you what you can use it for. And I wish I had some Dawn Southern Pines, because this is how I would display pins from other resellers. You know, their merch. I gotta get 3 more. And you know, so many people say, Steph, you're innovative. You, whatever. I want to tell you, I grew up on MacGyver. So, if y'all don't want to use it for what it was invented for and intended for, okay, boss. It makes a cool
Pin holder.
pin displayer. Pretty cool, huh? I thought so. I might just keep it just for that. But I really need to make some money for our Thanksgiving baskets because we had to go doing 2, and we're not close to doing either of them. I mean, we do have our pantry over here, so there will be a few items from that. But I'm talking like, you know, your dinner rolls and a couple pies and stuff like that, because a lot of these families have little ones, so they don't have time to make their own pies. And so, yeah. Have y'all seen the price of eggs? $15. If you don't like my price, you can always Jew me down. I'm just saying. Just saying. If not, I think I'll probably just keep this. Even though someone told me, stop, don't fall in love with your inventory. Let's see. What else do we got? Nope, that's got to go to Ella. I knew I had something that needed to go in a box this week. I might have 2 items. I do. I got something that's got to go to Picky Nicky, and I got something that's got to go to Ella. And no, they didn't purchase them. They're just some love from the state of Kansas. All right, so these are copper mined. These are mined from Mexico. I only know this because Jess told me. So if you, I'll show you each of them and I'll weigh them. Yep, go ahead. We'll see you in just a bit, hon. So this is copper. Love you, Nana. See you soon. So this one almost looks like a butterfly. Do y'all see that? So it's pretty flat, but it's... Let me get the tree frog. Let me get that off.
How much are you selling these for?
$10. That's what I was told you to start with, and I'm going to do a buy it now.
For choice?
For choice. There's 3 of them. You get the frame with it. Those frames, I know this frame. I know others in different parts of YouTube that are charging $3 or more for this. So you get it. This one's 15 grams. Again, it's pretty thin, but it's bowed like a butterfly. I didn't really pay attention to that until I was looking. So that's copper. It is mined out of. So we'll do that one. Let me see if there's a number on these, because I did do numbers. Now, if you want that one B, this one we're going to say is A. So this is... You would need like $50 to be able to cover this, or for it to be edge to edge. I will give a measurement if you want. Let me see if it's going to set. So this one's seriously flat. And it weighs 9 grams. Now, I don't know what the weight of copper is right now, but this is mined raw copper. That one's A. The first one I showed is B. And then this one is a little chunk, and it's C. And this is probably the brightest out of all of them. Here, I'll just show it this way. I just gotta see if it's gonna roll. I'm wondering if my big light is maybe washing out. And that one's 13 grams. So C is 13 grams. So mine copper, raw copper from Mexico for choice, $10. And you get the case with it. So if there's no interest, that's all right. What time are we at?
We're at time for me to drop the link.
All right, go ahead and drop
Little
the link.
Debbie already took off and went over.
No,
So.
that's fine. I just want to keep an eye on time.
All right.
While
you'll have to bring up on a different device.
So while they're doing that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. So I'm gonna mute.
Oh, you don't have to mute.
Oh, you're gonna put your...
Yeah, because Belle asked me if the Phantom of the Emporium was going to show up tonight. And I said, probably not, but we'll see.
We'll see. All right, you need me to move one of my devices over, right?
Yep.
All right. I'll be right back. Thank you.
All right, everybody. How's everyone doing? Everyone go over, say hi to Nana and everybody over there. hopefully everyone's night's going good. Obviously, I'm not on camera. So we were shopping around the other night, ran across these masks and stuff, and so I got one. So whenever she needed assistance on or whatever, I could come over. So yeah, there's a Phantom of the Emporium bell. And I've got a couple other different masks that we'll be playing with. Just, it's something fun to do. I'm not a big one to be on camera anywhere. Even when I used to do demolition derbies and stuff, I was not a big one to have my picture taken with the car or anything like that. So all right, well, I'm going to go to the other side because I've got a drink and stuff sitting over there. I been fighting kind of an allergy headache all day, so I got me a cup of coffee. So we'll talk to y'all later. Steph will be right back on screen here in a minute. So I noticed earlier Nana was saying that they're going to leave probably on Monday because they're going to try to beat as much of the real bad weather as they can. We've lucked out up here. Last year by this point, we had 8 home games last year, and I would say 6 out of 8 were played in full-blown snow. Yeah, the unknown seller, Robin. Yeah. I was humbled at, I was an only child, but I was humbled at a very young age. My parents were the ones that my dad would work 50 hours a week, but was only making, the bare minimum amount of money. So, I was humbled at a young age. Yeah, the mask thing, Robin, that's just something to kind of be a little bit of fun because I actually don't get on camera because it's Steph's deal. It's what she wants to do, and I don't want to get on camera and then it feel like, that she's not head of the limelight. So the mask thing was for that, so I could be there to help, but not, be on camera.
I don't like being the front person. I like being the one in the shadows. Oh, they must have reloaded.
Yeah, they reloaded.
All right.
House is shaking again.
I do have her live right now. So, have you started writing down everybody that went over?
No, because I don't know who all went over. Because if I leave on mine, I can't see.
Okay, let's go up. All right. Little Debbie, because I know she was in. Was Gina's glass in? I know she's come into our lives before.
Who?
Gina.
No, she was not in here tonight.
Okay, so there's Little Debbie. Let's go with Save Here first, because she went over, and I don't know. She didn't do her blanket, so I'm going to say she went over. Yarnigan went over and said hello. And these are folks that would have went over to Nana's in a way, but you're all included if you were in chat here. So whether you went because I asked you to or just because you did, you're getting in. Was Susan in tonight, Mel? Mr. Stephanie?
Susan?
Yeah, Susan. Just any name Susan. Okay. Was Jennifer in?
No.
Okay. I only have to ask because I've been in some chats today. I tried to hit everyone's live at some point to give them some
Belle
space.
said she went over and declared the raid.
Always need a Southern Belle to be the head of a raid. Come on. Can't get any better than that. Little Debbie. Did I put her in?
Yep.
And then, of course, Southern Belle. Yep, there I see it. Raid for the Bargain Emporium by Stephanie Groves. And Gigi's in.
Over there?
Yep.
Okay.
Names blend after a while because if I see them at all during the day, I know I've contacted them at some point.
Right.
So let me go up in my chat really quick, y'all.
Did you see Dawn Southern Finds over there?
Let me close out and go back in just because. All right. Robin is in.
Okay.
And I have really no idea what she's saying because I don't want to get flagged. Because then I would need to have Johnny come help me. And I say that in all genuine.
You keep an eye on your chat. I can hear because I got my earbud.
Okay, you got your earbud. Is she talking about me? Because she had my thing up there. That's all I want to know. I'm not worried if she's talking about me because it can't be.
Yes.
If
She's opening your package.
Oh, y'all! If you got both open right now, you see my response. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I can't do this with everybody's, and that's what I was explaining. You know, I've had a lot of people email me, not on my business one so much, but my private one, going, Steph, what's your motives? Why are you treating people like this? Here's the thing. All right, go ahead.
You're good. You're gonna have to go watch it from the beginning.
Oh my goodness. I did not do this for her to show the box off. I wanted her to build a love that she has made me. Sorry, y'all. One of my prayers, and y'all know I don't identify as religious. Okay? I do have faith. That's the only thing. She
collects postcards.
And she's got the postcard from when we take our kids and meet up. Sorry, y'all. Y'all have no idea how much a lot of y'all mean, even if you don't resell, okay? If you resell and I've asked you for to do with your area of the world, it's because I want to be able to display it. I can't display everything all the time at the same time, but I'm collecting because, it was meant to touch her heart. I just didn't mean for her to show everybody. Not that I'm ashamed of what I did to her box or anything. I haven't had the time to do it to everybody's, and I took time with Nana's because of the way she's made me feel, not on the screen like when we're right. I'm talking behind the scenes, y'all. My mom has been gone for 4 years. And there's been many days. Yes, I have Mr. Stephanie, but it's not the same. Where I've needed my mom. Where I've needed that comfort of, hey, I've got you. Okay? So, with her getting ready to travel, I took a little extra time with her package, and I wanted her to feel the love that she's made me feel. Because I tell you something, the last 2 years of my sobriety have been my hardest. And the last year, less than the last year, the most. And I'll tell you, I might have thought about going and getting a little bottle of tequila here or there. Alcohol was never an issue for me, but I always knew it could be. If it wouldn't have been for y'all, I'm telling you that Nana, what she's showing right now, that came from people who serve with boots on the ground. Okay, they made a commitment to our country, and they serve proudly. And that item came from someone who's actively serving right now. And I purchased it from them because they're part of the families we help. Because that just said it was her. I'm sorry it did. So don't get jealous. And I say that respectfully because we all, right? If you receive something from me and you're like, she hit the nail, or she missed the nail. I am supplied now. Hers was only because they're getting ready to travel their snowbirds. And so I wanted her to feel the love and everything before their trip. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. I see my mom less than 36 hours before she drew her last breath. And I can put myself back in that moment. And Mr. Stephanie can tell you. I stopped at her front door and I looked back and I took a mental picture and I thought, wow, we finally got there. Because we had struggled. Not because we didn't love each other, but because we had struggled since my dad had passed away. I struggled with my mental health and my PTSD. So, yeah. I'm going to have to close out this one so we can do our giveaway.
Yeah, I'm working on getting.
I'm going to look back. I'm going to look back through and make sure who's in versus who was in here. Not everyone will do a raid, and that's perfectly fine. This is just the way I decided I was going to do mine tonight for my giveaway. I do giveaways, and sometimes I add extra stuff, and sometimes I even deck out boxes. It's my way of showing whoever I see you, right? I see you. I see your struggle, or I see you overcoming whatever you're overcoming, but that you don't bring to the screen or chats. Because I'll tell you, there's days, it's not recently, but there's days in the last 8 weeks where it would have been easier if I had went and got a bottle of Jack and numbed what I was feeling. I will read all that later, Southern Belle. I know most of it. I can see I just don't want to get stuck in chat. And what I do want to clarify what I mean by jealous is even the best person says they're not jealous. And I'm not calling anyone out. I'm talking more myself, okay? When someone gets some sort of treatment, maybe I don't, but I've been there for that person or whatever, right? So when that person gets a recognition, but I don't, it's once in a while I'll feel like, what the hell? What about me, right? Y'all, I got plans. Here's some of my new merch. You won't see it all tonight, but this is what I'm giving away. So it's a lanyard. You did get Southern Belle in, right? Mr. Stephanie?
Do what? Sorry. Yeah, I got Southern Belle in.
I've got a lot of plans in the works, and I've got how I'm going to customize my community thumbnails. It won't just be shout outs and sharing lives for that day. I'm just one person, so yes, I've got kids that are adults, but 2 of them require they're capable of doing things, but they require, a nudge or some direction. So that's what those are. You're going to get all of them. You'll get a butterfly. You'll get your color. I need to set it somewhere. I'm not going to lose it because my desk is not completely cleared off. I need to grab this. I'm going to go through this way really quick and make sure I did not miss anyone. Did you put Nana in?
I didn't, but I need to.
Because she was here.
And then I've got a way to figure out the numbers, so.
Dawn Southern Finds. I'm just going by who I've seen in hers. Alright, let me go through her chat. I'm going to close out, refresh. Go back in really quick. NG is in. And we already did Robin. I just don't want to miss anyone, y'all.
Well,
so
no, that's the idea.
And just so you know, if you need to be somewhere else, it's all right to go.
Yeah, you do not have to be
You
present
do not
to
have
win.
to be present to win. We're just getting the numbers down as far as. I mean, I will need a number, so I kind of need you here, but.
Well, no, because I did.
We could just.
I assigned everyone a number, starting at one number, going even numbers, 2 apart, and then you're just going to ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and like 25.
Okay, I suppose that works.
And
just
that
don't show me the numbers. So
I won't.
Lindsay Ann was over here. Let me see if she's over in Nana's.
And Lindsay may be somewhere else tonight, too.
She may be, or she may have done what she told me she was going to do, and in that case, she's grandfathered in. Y'all do not have to make a purchase for me to be in my giveaways. No, there's going to be certain giveaways where it'll be a buyer's, like, right?
A buyer's only giveaway.
Like a buyer's bonus type thing or something. I ain't got the lingo down yet. All right, Uniques by the Creek.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I was looking at the wrong screen.
Okay. So I didn't see her over there, but.
Sorry. You know, and not everyone will do a raid. Not everyone will jump in someone's chat, especially if maybe they're new.
Or maybe that they've been in that chat before and the person didn't sell stuff that interested them. You know, I've run into a few chats that way that I go in, say hi, and then I may not go back. And it's just because something doesn't interest me.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons. And then sometimes people don't always agree with who's on or who's in chat. So I don't differ it. I just ask not to be brought into it. All right. I think that's all that went in and rated.
Okay. So what we
if I missed anyone, everyone that came in here tonight and commented in my live chat will be in the next drawing. It won't be tonight, and it'll be it may not be this, but it'll involve merch.
So what we did to try to make this as fair as possible is we took and I wrote down each person's name in no specific order. Just as basically she was saying, yes, that person's over there, wrote their name.
All right, so you're going to give me their name so I can put their number in.
Okay. Little Debbie.
Little Debbie. And I know she's over there, so she's not over here. That's fine. Number assigned is
2. And she starts the number. I'm just going to set
That's
the sheet
fine.
and let you.
Ella.
I went through and just basically assigned, like I said, no specific order. Numbers starting at 2 and run even numbers straight across. So
Hopefully
like the first one's 2, the second one's 4, and so on.
You're fine.
And then we're going to ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and like 25, because we're at 18 is our top number right now.
Yeah.
And that way it stops let's pick a number between 1 and 25, and there's only 4 numbers, and you're trying to figure out who's closest. This just makes it easier, and then it just shows that it's a lot more fair.
Here and again, number assigned.
So hopefully this works out a little bit better for everyone, because I always worry about the giveaway. Someone feeling that.
Just because someone may. Subi is in here. Hi, Steph. Just get in here. Subi, if you don't mind, if you can run over to Nana's while I'm putting numbers in and tell her we said, hey. Just say hey. You don't even have to tell her who said hey. Just put hey in there in her chat. I'll put you in our giveaway. Welcome in, Subi. Where'd I put it? In case she's still here. So this is the merch that's our giveaway tonight. It's 2 keychains. A keychain lanyard. And a butterfly pendant. You can choose the color if you win.
Okay, Subi's on.
Awesome. So, yeah, so we'll put her, because you did them in
just
numbers
put her
of
as
2.
the next number down.
All right.
So it'll be 20.
Here, you go ahead and write it down. Tell me what Yarnigans was again. 6?
6.
So, because I've asked people to go over there, and we're running it over time. I'm putting everybody's assigned number. That way no one gets left out. In the event that I did miss somebody, everybody except tonight's winner. So everyone except tonight's winner will go into another drawing for the next one, which will be Monday. Let's see. Need it this way so I can read it. All right, Yarnigan. Belle is next, and she is going to be number 8. Belle, number assigned 8. Gigi, number assigned 10. Okay. I know there's easier ways to do this. I'm just going to tell y'all, not the ways most run their wills, but for others, I hate the way they run the will. Or don't run the will and decide to go ahead and promote something that's supposed to be will-based, but isn't. I've heard so much. So I've got to figure out something I can do for giveaways. So then it's fair for everybody. All right. So Robin, number assigned 12. So I promise to really put that effort in over the weekend.
We'll figure out something tomorrow when we're traveling.
And I doubt I need to put Nana in, especially after seeing that box, but that's not the point. She was over here, and then, she is over there, so, so really she should probably be exempt, but she was here, so. Dawn Southern Funds, number assigned. And the way I'm going to do giveaways as far as mailing them out is if you have a package with me, it hasn't mailed yet, that isn't sealed, and most typically aren't until the day I print your label.
It's usually packed.
It's packed. But usually that way, if I need to add a card or something to it, it's kind of hard to do it once I've already sealed the box. Hers is 16. The rest of them will go out for sure the month after, but if it's time sensitive, like Christmas or something, we'll get it out within 2 weeks or less, probably 10 days. But the one thing I have to do, and I know not everyone can understand that, is if I'm going to continue supporting other channels, and I want y'all to know this is not easy for me. If I'm going to continue to still shop with others other than business related stuff, and it's coming up. Oh, maybe it's because I put NGs instead of NG. Because I'll know. No, I better put NGs. It's me, NG. Because I do have more than one NG. It's me, NG. Number assigned is 18. So we're getting ready to do the giveaway for the merch I received today. It's been over 4 weeks, so go figure.
And then you've got the last one on 20.
Yep, Subi. Signed. Number assigned. And I'm not complaining about sending stuff out. It just, I waited to send out most of my giveaway stuff for an entire month. So I think it'll be every 2 weeks or so type of thing. And just the shipping alone, and we're not even talking product, the shipping alone was over $40.
So Subi's asking
I actually do have more mugs. I know I have 4. I have 4 available. I have one of these. So I showed 2 of them on Nana Tinks. Okay, so I'm going to give you some options. We can build one. I've got all the stuff to do it. Okay, and what I mean by I've got all the stuff to build it, I've got more of these bags. I've got more coffee. All I need you to do is tell me which coffee you would want. They're $5 for the set. So you get the coffee. If you want sugar-free candy,
or regular
candy, I'll need you to say regular or sugar-free. I'm going to wait on Nut Cup. Because there's someone I think that might fit. Anyway, so these are the 2 flavors I have. I have Jim Beam, Bourbon Vanilla, and I have Hawaiian Islands, Sweet Exotic, Papa Nickel. So you get one or the other. You get the candy, and there's usually 8 pieces in. I do not have any more DD Sweeties right now. I didn't order any more. Okay. You'll take all 4. I can do that because I haven't had.
Tonight for Dee Dee.
Yeah, if Dee Dee's on tonight, I will be ordering from her because I'll have my invoices with my resellers, meaning ones I buy from. I'll have their invoices paid. Because I wasn't able to take care of it by Sunday, which was my original plan. So, if you said regular candy, so that's fine. I'll make a note of that.
Okay.
I will make sure you have it by Christmas.
Do you want us just to pick cups or?
So, Do we only have 2 of the...
Yes, on there.
All right, so Sue B, these are brand new. You're the first person because you asked about them. They're brand new. So the difference in size, I want you to see. I have 2 of these, okay? I do have some sunflower ones, but I don't have them where I can get to them right now. I have them put in my cabinet so I wouldn't drop them. So this is the difference. There really isn't much of a difference other than style. So this is a regular size coffee mug. Or you can have one or both of the snowmen. Or I have 4 of the sunflower cups for sure left. I may have more than that. I only have 1, but I will look. I will look tomorrow and see if I can get any more. I'm going to Kansas City. But if you want one of them for sure, I can make sure you have this one.
I got one for you, for sure. Goes with the Christmas.
Let me get typed in Subi's number so I don't forget.
That's already good.
No, you're fine. I appreciate that. I hadn't got to it today because I was doing other stuff. Number assigned is 20. So all the coffee sets or hot chocolate sets are $5 each. So you'll get 8 pieces of candy, whether it's sugar-free or not. DD Sweeties, I only order sugar-free, so just know that. I could get smaller packs of regular, but you get more bang for your buck the more. So if she still has a sale on her regulars, I'll get one of those too, just so I have one on hand. It's just been a hard couple weeks, and it didn't help that I had a medical trip, so it does help. And it just so happened that I did have them available. I will check here in a minute. So Sue B wants, okay, for now, 1 of the Nestles and 2 of the Snowmen. So you just want 3 for right now, honey?
Snowman. And then we need 1 more.
One, verifying really quick whether she wants 1 more or not. Now, these will be packaged very well. You're amazing. Jessica, you're amazing.
And then,
a sunflower. Okay, can you note that down? Yep. So I'm just going to show the rest of these really quick since Mr. Stephanie pulled them out. I do have everyone's numbers down so I can not break anything.
Well, I need the clipboard. Keep filing on it.
All right, so this one is a Christmas Village. I'm going to assume that this is probably vintage. But it's got... I'm trying to see if there's a signature.
Yeah, we got 4 total for you, Subi.
Got 4 total for you, so that'll be 20 plus the shipping. They will come packaged well. Hippie purchased a set of, what was it, 10?
Yeah.
Goblets. They're the vintage goblets. You're very welcome. I'll show you which ones later. Obviously, I don't have the ones she has, but I have an exact identical, but they're blue cobalt, right? Cobalt. I'm saying that wrong. I think I'm saying that wrong. But so I've got this one. I'm just showing in case anyone has interest later. And then this one says, this one's from Topeka, Shawnee County Public Library. So Topeka's the capital of Kansas. So it says, stay curious. And it appears, maybe you should get on the other side of the baby gate since I got all this glass out here. I'm not trying to be rude, but you're like a bull in a china closet now. And I got a lot of glass over here. I'm just saying. Just saying. This one is from Cedric County Zoo. So it is, Cedric County is Wichita. It's also known as the plain capital of the world. So it gives you the information about the zoo. I used to go by here a lot.
Oh, wow. Robin lived in Emporia.
Emporia? Oh, yeah. That's, jeez, girl, you were that close. When'd you move? So this one is still new. Oh, the price tag's still on it. They wanted originally $650 for it, but dropped it to $550. But that one's new. And this is heavy. I mean, it no doubt would probably break if you dropped it. This one has someone's name, meaning it's not custom, but by any means. But it would require knowing someone. Yeah, because it's on both sides. But this is a Precious Moments. I need to see the year on it. This one's 1989. Precious Moments.
That one you're not selling tonight because I got a plan.
Alright. So this side, Precious Moments. I've got a light that's. No, maybe it's mine. I think it's mine. Anyways, it says Margaret right here. And then back here it says, your name is a precious gift. Cherish it and rejoice. It is meaning. In its meaning, it is your forevermore, Margaret, a genuine treasure blessed with love. I can tell you just from the feel of this, if it was used, it was lightly used. But I think this is probably something that was set up on someone's shelf. So give me a second, because I don't typically like to have all of this glass exposed. Just because the boss, my youngest soldiers, did Subi put in which type of coffee she wanted for the coffees? I didn't look. Alright, these coffees, I don't know what I think he's hollering at someone. Anyway, it's not going to fit in the snowman, and that's just because he's all ruby-dude. So, it'll come in the bag, whichever bag you choose for coffee.
Yeah, I think you'll get firecrackers.
Oh, shoot!
Yeah.
All right.
Buy yourself for a few.
No, you're fine. We're good. So it'll come, it'll be in there. It's not, I'm not going to press my luck to try to get it in there. I do have another Precious Moment. Yeah, I might have forgot what time it was. All my kids in one. Hey, Leslie, welcome in. Leslie Lucky Find. She's another good cookie, like for real. We're looking at coffee mugs right now. These are the ones that Mr. Stephanie and I sourced a couple weeks ago, and I just haven't gotten to them. So this one is Precious Moments. It says, God grant me the serenity. Whoa. This one might just be one of those I got to send to someone. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I don't know what year it is, but right here, see if I can get it to show. It says Autumn's Praise. That's incredible. Mellow to Blind. This one is 1993. And I can tell you from the feel of it, it's probably one that, again, was set on someone's shelf. It's been like it's I feel like a sticker residue right there. But other than that, all this print, it's not scuffed up. So I bet you that sets on someone's shelf. And then this one says Home, Sweet Home. I didn't get it there, but I'm going to show you because and I'm not throwing stones to anyone. I'm going to have to wipe this one because it had some sticky residue. I don't know what the heck. But it's got a green dot on it. And it says $1. But I'll tell you what, once you add coffee, at least 8 pieces of candy, or it can be hot chocolate too, right? Because we're coming into that time of year where hot chocolate is a thing. My teen loves hot chocolate. So I'm going to have a stock of hot chocolates too. I don't know into what variety and all that we'll have, but candy, if y'all order cups from me, it doesn't have to be tonight. It can be a Monday thing if you want to wait that long, or even after that. I do not have but the 2 Snowman coffee cups. Those are reclaimed by Sue B. And I do have at least 3 sunflower cup mugs left. Life is better with friends like you. Trying to get the sticker off of this one. That's probably where it was on that Precious Moments one. Yeah, you know what? I told y'all about transparency, so y'all's just going to see how much you paid for this one. I want you to know the sunflower ones I paid over $1 for. No matter where you think I got them, I paid more than $1. I've got almost $2 into my sunflower mugs before I ever put the coffee or anything with them. So asking $5 for, let me grab this one. This is already sold, y'all. And the only reason why the coffee is not with it is because this bag will not squeeze in there. I don't feel comfortable pushing it down. But for sakes of anyone that hasn't seen our coffee, and I can do the same thing for hot chocolate. But I'm just making one right in front of you. Obviously, this one isn't sold, so. But so the only difference is sometimes the cup. Of course, I show the cups before I sell them. Mr. Stephanie ran to get Firecracker, our teen. So candy, at least in these, are sugar-free. So if you ever order from me, you'll have to tell me sugar-free or regular. And sometimes the variety will change. Sounds like they're back. because firecracker volunteers, all our kids serve in the community in one form or another. Firecracker does have an intellectual disability. No, we're not ashamed of it. But it does not make her incapable of still being a productive member of society.
All right, I'm back.
So that's what those look like. So, and then usually you'll have, anytime, not always, but usually you'll have a variety of flavors to choose from, one of two. This is what I have available right now on hand. And that's Papa Nichols Hawaii Islands, or Jim Beam without the liquor, bourbon vanilla. So that's those. All right, let's ask Siri. I gotta find this other phone. We're gonna ask Siri, and then we're gonna close up shop and head over to Nana's, because I've missed a lot, except for the fact that I watched her while I was live. Show everybody. I did not intend her to do that, just so y'all know. But you know what? It was for her to make that decision. If you're a reseller, you thinking about going back in, getting into reselling, think about the packaging. And here's what it breaks down to. When you pack for people, okay, and I've gotten from a variety of people, a lot of them have been in here at some point tonight. Some of them I have packages coming, some as early as this last week, okay? I don't expect perfection. I don't. Give me the disclosures that any decent person deserves. If you smoke in your home, right?
Just say it.
Just say it, because I'll tell you, it does impact how I purchase from you to this degree. Here, this is not for sale. It never will be. Okay, this is one of my mugs. But you see these guys here? I have 2 soldiers that I birthed and raised. So hence the reason why I have 2 of these. Now, if you smoke in your home, it's your business. If you smoke on top of your inventory, your buyers deserve to know. I'm just going to say it. And no, it's not just a small smell. It's not. Especially when the Postal Service, both at your place, and I'm not calling anyone out, just in general. When your Postal Service in your location does a drug test on your package when you deliver it to them. And then when it gets to someone else's location, mine happens to be right off of Fort Riley, so everything is scanned. They do another drug test. FYI, we've only just, last week?
Getting our packages
started being able to get our packages that are oversized for our PO box back in the lockers. Until then, we had to pick them up Monday through Friday. To Saturday, they're only open 45 minutes. Now people know why I was upset, but I never brought that to the tube. But anyways, this is the only thing that impacts. I would still buy this from anyone if they smoked on top of it. If you smoked on top of this stuff,
you can't get the smell out.
You can't get the smell out.
And we were smokers. We were heavy smokers for years. So,
there's no judgment. I smoked up until a year ago. I still vape. But I deserve, especially if I'm going to be over a lot of money over an extended amount of time, that I take responsibility in allowing to build like that, right? All that money's been paid out. I deserve at the decency, and that's why I love Leslie, because I actually went back to the point I started watching her, which is way before I ever jumped in her chat. And I do that to most people, just so you know, because I want to get to know the feel of the room before I ever come into it.
Well, some chats aren't friendly.
Yeah, some chats are not friendly, no matter how much they say they are. But Leslie, in every live, whether it's on her channel or someone else's, has always disclosed that her house is not 100% smoke-free. They're working on it, but it's not 100% smoke-free. Now, I will tell you, I received my last package from her, did have a whiff. And what I mean by a whiff, Like
very, very faint.
like someone down the street lighting a cigarette and you just get that faint hit. That's all. So I know she doesn't smoke on top of her product. And I appreciate that too. Not everybody's as honest.
So Sue B, question real quick.
Did
you want sugar-free in any of those? I mean, I know 2 of them are going to be hot cocoa.
No, she said regular.
Regular? Okay.
I mean, I can go back and check. No, Leslie, no. Do not apologize. It was probably the package, not the actual thing in it. Do not apologize. The only time you'd have to apologize is if you had never said that y'all aren't completely smoke-free.
Yeah.
I'm just saying to you,
that
or
you're
to
awesome
anyone,
about.
right? Or to anyone, this is how it impacts me. And I think I did purchase something from you that hasn't arrived yet. Don't put it in chat, right? That could, right? It is a softie, but here's the thing: it's a personal buy for me, so it's not meant for someone else. And no, it was not Subi. Or it wasn't Leslie. It was not Leslie. Leslie is always, I actually went back to when I started. Y'all want to know when I started watching most of the people I watch? It was April of this year. Because me and Mr. Stephanie had inventory. I just couldn't get the nerves to come. I don't like to be recorded. I don't like to be filmed. For obvious reasons that I can't resolve right now. I don't have the insurance to pay for it. And I'm not going to ask anyone to help me. That's a story for another day. But Leslie, if I'm buying for someone else, and so you had something soft, right? Because I know that you still have cigarette smoke in your house, whatever. It might impact the fact that I wouldn't buy this from you, but it would not impact me from buying. Where did I put it?
What, the coffee cup?
Yeah,
Oh.
it wouldn't impact me from buying something like this. I'm talking about the difference from a personal purchase to, because a lot of people I think know by now, and I didn't intend anyone to really know because it's not something I wanted people to go, and put us on a pedestal. What we do for other people, whether it's our community or even when they're in a different state and we take things, right? Because we did that when we went to the East Coast. We did a lot more than what we tell people, but I don't do things to get the praise. I do things because I'm capable of doing it, or I'm able to do it, or I know people that will help me, and I can be the hands and the feet to do it. And I don't want that ever misconstrued. I will tell you, I've had a lot. My personal email is full of basically, Steph, you gave that away to so and so and so. What's it any of your business? And I'm not talking to anyone directly, right? And then 2, there most people I don't, and it's not because they've done anything to me, but I was burned badly with my purchases up until the end of September. And that's all I'll say about that. For one, I did get most of it. And then 2, what I did get, my postal service just last week started allowing us to receive a box, say the size of this basket, all right? Because this is too big for my P.O. box. So it goes in the locker. When stuff comes in, y'all, it goes in the locker. The package that arrived smell more than just a cigarette, okay? I get we can't disclose that on screen about the smell and how bad it is. I wish people had that sniffer. But it was so bad that my post office drug tested it. Sorry it went here tonight. I didn't mean it to, but that's where it went.
Let's go to our drawing. Let's get to a happy mood.
Leslie, girl, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, definitely.
the only thing I'm mentioning about you is I appreciate you give that disclosure because you give people the option to choose or not to choose. I can tell you, Leslie, it did not test positive for any drugs, but the odor was so potent. I went ahead and tested it. I live literally less than a mile from Fort Riley Gate, so we're under heavier restrictions than a lot of people. I can't get a silver testing kit. I can't buy one online and have it mailed to me because we're treated like we live on post. All right, where is that phone? I have it open, so it should be. It's right there. All right, so we're gonna ask
Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 25.
And I didn't bring that up. I just want y'all to know. There are those you can trust from the beginning because they give those disclosures. And Leslie's one of those people. And I don't buy a whole lot of softs unless it's personal. So that way, if they don't put that disclosure in, because maybe they don't even think about it. I mean, I know I used to not think about it. Not that I sold to people, but, it can happen. And people are human, but don't blast me and then expect me to keep my mouth shut. Or if I do think that that's all acceptance. No, just because I don't say something doesn't mean I didn't notice it. Siri, I'm trying to figure her out. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 25.
That would be 16.
All right, so.
Did y'all hear that? Oh.
Yep.
Number is 16. Who is it?
So Dawn Southern Finds is the one that had 16 assigned.
All right, so Dawn Southern Finds, which is 16. Jessica, we already had a number in for you, honey. We gave you... Maybe we didn't. I thought we did. But anyway, Dawn Southern Finds it. Point on. No. All right, Mr. Stephanie, it was your idea. Explain to him how we got the numbers.
So how I got the numbers was I just took everyone that we wrote down, and we just wrote down an even number starting at 2 and let it run as high. That way, whenever we asked Siri to find us a number, it was somewhere close, and you would never have...
No, you're fine, honey. Don't.
Yeah.
We're going to explain it right now, so it's not an issue.
So we wouldn't have everyone putting a number in, and then you'd have to tell someone, no, that number's already taken, sorry, anything like that. I just assigned a number 2 through 20, even numbers, and then we asked Siri, because the idea is without going over, well, if everyone's got an even number, you're never going to really run into the issue of trying to figure out 5-6 numbers away to see and make sure that it's not.
So Mr. Stephanie assigned everybody numbers that went over and rated. He had them wrote down, and I put them in chat before we asked Siri. That way there was no confusion. I know there was because I got on a little rant that I didn't mean to, but I'm sure someone will tell me about it in an email. And I mean that respectfully. I don't mind emails, but too organized, right? We've got to find a different way. I don't want to use a will because I've seen it abused. I've seen others, and I've heard about it, where others promote to get sales. We're just going to put that out there. And about people not putting disclosures on whether they smoke in their house or smoke on top of their inventory. Yeah. What you missed, Southern Belle, is I received a package in the mail. We won't disclose who. I never disclosed who it was on a different platform. And they brought that to YouTube a few months ago. That was for them to do, and there's been a lot of misinformation, and I'm sure I'm going to hear about it because I'm mentioning it now, but I won't tell you who it was. However, my post office is less than 1 mile from Fort Riley Gate. They're so strict that I can't test this ring with a test kit mailed to me. For real. I can't order a test kit. They will not mail it to me. It's almost like I live on post. And it did not. No, I smoked a year ago. I still smoked a year ago, y'all. I think it might have been October. So it might be a little over a year. And so the smell of even a chain smoker, y'all, it was worse than that. And I can't describe it. But and it was not sourced. It's not because someone sourced something. It's because they smoke on top of it. And yes, I keep my receipts, so I got the picture to prove it. But since it turned into I thought I better put that disclosure there. Now, I want everyone to understand. Okay. Hey, Lisa, welcome in. I want everyone to understand. I've kept a digital footprint since before I was on YouTube. So there's chats from everything since I've started buying in online auctions on YouTube. Okay, in the beginning, no one knew I did it except my family, but it wasn't to keep record, to keep track of anybody. It was to keep my stuff straight. However, thank goodness I did, because it shows my whole footprint. I never intended to offend somebody, especially when I did not bring it to this platform. It was done privately, and it wasn't an issue that had just arose. This issue went back weeks.
So Dana S. says hi.
Dana S., welcome in, girl. You missed tonight's giveaway. So Dawn Southern Fun, tonight's giveaway. My merch took about 6 weeks to come in. But so I haven't showed all my merch tonight, okay? But this is what Dawn Southern Finds won tonight. This is a wrist lanyard. It's a keychain. But added to it, it's not one, but 2 sunflower. And then because Just a Butterfly Queen is my daughter, I added the pink and purple. And I'll have to message Dawn Southern Finds to make sure what color she wants on there, because I got different colors of butterflies. But everyone that has been in chat tonight, whether you were here briefly or throughout, jump back in, whatever, my next drawing, which will be Monday. Mr. Stephanie, when do I come on Monday? Because I don't have a link up yet.
4 o'clock.
So at 4 o'clock Eastern or Central?
4 o'clock Central.
4 o'clock Central, back here on this channel. Just the Butterfly Queen, as far as I know, will be here again. And we may battle with our stones again. I brought stones, and well, so did she. And what I mean by stones is these.
And after the first of the year, if anyone's interested in being on Monday with us, we'll figure it out.
We'll discuss it. I'm going to be... I know other channels have had issues with people, and I'm not saying anyone specific. If you've had a run-in with anybody and I converse with them, I've probably not heard about it. I've probably heard about it from you. And so I'm saying that respectfully. But I do know, and I'm going to do a shout out to Johnny. I do know that he lost his original channel a couple years ago. He's bringing it back. It's, Cajun Roots Adventures. He's doing the Traffic Jam show on Fridays to bring that one back, right? And I don't know the full context of why he lost it, but I've got a pretty good idea, and him and I've discussed it a little bit. But I don't want that to happen to me. That's the reason why people don't have wrenches except Mr. Stephanie and Jess right now is, y'all, this is where I get the funds so then I can buy from those I want to support. You know, my memberships to other channels, I can't keep doing that if I'm not making money. So it's, you know, this coming on, we've had inventory since what, April? March or April. I kept psyching myself out because I don't like to be recorded. I don't. But to do what we do, not that we don't have resources here that help, but I don't know if I'll go monetize Southern Belle. I see abuses with it. When I go monetized, if I do, you know, there's a lot of great channels out there, but there's some that really misbehave. And yeah, it just, I don't know. But the thing I do know is when I bring stuff to auction, I don't bring it to get a huge profit. And I'm not talking anything tonight. So if you didn't purchase tonight, do not feel bad. And I know a lot of people can't.
We're towards the end of the month.
And we are
in holiday months.
Yeah. I mean, Thanksgiving's next week. But, you know, I know there are a few of us that are on Social Security. Doesn't matter how it's all lettered out. And it doesn't matter even why we're on Social Security. So I get not having the funds every week or every 2 weeks to be able to pay your invoice. That's not my case. My case is I legit had some invoices canceled on me, not because of something I did. I learned over the weekend that I have a buyer who doesn't get a check but once a month. And I'm not going to disclose who that is because it's no one's business. But I'm using that example because it took talking with another reseller who is seasoned in selling on YouTube to say, Steph, listen, sometimes, I mean, for one, this is always going to be a learning experience. But two, we as resellers don't always ask the right questions to our buyers, right? And she's always been a prompt payer. So when it did not happen, and that it took me by surprise, and it threw everything out of whack. And that's why I haven't had a break since last week, and I'm not complaining, but I'm explaining. So, you know, I can't keep supporting other channels, not because I don't want to, but unless it's business expenses, you know, I buy stickers from 3 or 4 different. These I can deck out with my boxes. But this was a YouTube purchase, but it's for my business. That type of stuff won't change.
But a lot of the fun stuff
But
until we get on our feet.
But a lot of the fun purchases, they have to stop. And not because I don't want, not because I want them to, but I have held Rita put that the other day. During her first things first, she brought it up because, you know, she's not she scaled back on how often she sells. So the fun buys have to slow down until she generates the budget, which don't generate the budget unless she's on selling and then people are purchasing from her. So there's give and take. And I'll tell you, there's been sellers I buy from frequently not struggle because I think they're taking it personal. I'll tell you what I take personal. When I look in my refrigerator and I don't have eggs in my fridge and I don't have the means to go buy them. Eggs for me are important. I'm not doing a sob story. I'm explaining, you know. So give me a second so I can read that. But if you feel like I'm doing a sob story, you can correct me. That's fine. I'm good with being corrected. Honey, I can show everything's not a scam, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, this person we know, we actually had extensive conversation with the person.
Is she talking about like recently, or is she talking about
No, she's
the
just
$800+ I've been out in inventory that I never received?
no, she's just talking that some people say they can't pay and pull on the heartstrings.
Oh yeah, I know that one
to
because
explain it, even though they may not have that situation, they're using it to pull on your heartstrings, so you just allow them.
so say I have, and we're not gonna put anything in chat with anyone, right? But say I have so what she's saying, I'm gonna look at you, so I'm not looking at chat and get stuck there again. So what she's saying is, I have an invoice with Southern Bell, which, by the way, here's transparency, y'all. I expected to have her paid on Sunday. What day is it? No, it's good, Malcolm. It's me, not her, bringing it out. Yeah. It's what day of the week, y'all? It's Wednesday. I made that woman wait for her invoice. She could have canceled it on me and been like, no more. You know, I made purchases last week ahead of time because this wasn't a YouTube purchase. This was a business purchase somewhere else because I could afford it versus buying it locally. Oh yeah. And I'm pretty aware of who those people are. Not your particular anything. But yeah. And you know, I owned anyone I had a message, I told them why. But I made that purchase, and then not everyone knew. I had a large invoice with someone else. I didn't bring it up on here because they haven't been in here tonight, but not because they didn't want to be. They're dealing with life. They sent me the invoice. It was supposed to be dated, which it was, but it was supposed to be dated for tonight. Well, it came in without me thinking. I hit send. It threw my balance on PayPal crazy. And that happened Friday night. And so my invoices I had coming in, I had intentions of being able to pay like Southern Bell, and I didn't. And I did have to message her and be like, you know I said it was going to be this evening. But I needed to tell Mr. Stephanie gets paid on Wednesday evening. And we are like 45 minutes from that deposit hitting.
Yep, exactly 45 minutes.
I don't bring that up for anyone to misunderstand that. I bring that up because I want y'all to know I am human. And when I say that, I don't say that, you know, I've got disabilities you cannot see. My disability you can only see on a brain scan. Or when things really get rough. So, anyways, going back to this reseller, and thank you, Southern Bell, for understanding. And I'll tell you what, Southern Bell has treated me the same throughout the week, right? Through the weekend and all. We've seen each other in crossing sometimes because I've been busy trying to do other things. But if we see each other in chats, not even her channel, in other chats, we still stop what we're doing. We say hi, and, you know, life is hard enough for everybody. Why add to that? And I didn't mean for this to come this way this evening, but you know what? It did. So, I want to know, is anyone interested in merch bags? I do not have multiples. That was almost bad. I was almost drowning in sunflowers again. This is not something I'm selling tonight. And I'm not trying to ignore what you're putting. I've heard about people recently in those areas. The one in Canada is unclear who their identity is. But everybody else, I can tell you, I've heard some stories with some other stuff. It's not just a rumor. Like, there's people take screenshots. It's not just me. So, this one is a little makeup bag. It's not the giant one, right? I just want to know if there's interest in this because I'll purchase some more. But since it took me a while to get them, I don't want to do pre-orders. So this one has a keychain. Like, right? This is the coin one. And then this one is big enough to fit like a couple of your med. I wouldn't say big enough for a med planner unless they're the round ones. But it's good enough to put, you know, a little bit. Shoot, I should have thought where I've got two old guys merch bags I got from them. I got that merch bag from attending Janen's. I got pressure in this hair. But I'm going to get logos and stuff. But I seen these like 5-6 weeks ago. Well, it's been at least 5 because I ordered them 6 weeks ago. I'm going to offer a lot of them with purchases like that for sure. I want to know if I do like merch bags in of themselves, if there's interest. Because if there is, I'll get 5 or 6, you know, and see how they go. And if they don't, maybe they'll be with purchases of 100 or more. You know, I have had a couple of those purchases. So, think about it. You don't even have to put it in chat tonight. Meet me back here Monday. Message me. I'm going to do a thumbnail. I'm going to intend to have it done before Monday. More of like a chit chat. Obviously, people can see what you comment. So if you're not comfortable there, drop me an email, right there. We can always talk over email. I do have a business number. Typically, I do not give it out because my outreach is also that number. And when calls come in, you know, so I don't want people thinking, hey, this is...
You ain't going 3 phones. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not doing 3.
2's almost ridiculous.
2's enough.
3's really out there.
But thank y'all for being here tonight. And I didn't... Leslie, if you're still in here, I did not mean for you to think I was talking about you, honey. As far as when I said it had that faint smell. No, I'm talking the package itself. Like the item, and I can't even remember what it was, but it was a personal purchase anyway. You know, that's the problem about not giving full disclosure. And I get some people dance around it. But don't come on and say that it was a faint smell of anything if you know there's a possibility it was more than that. And for God's sake, if you smoke on top of your product before, during, or after your sale, and you had any point with me a video call, no, I took a picture. There's your disclosure. It's not a threat. It's my insurance. But the difference from me purchasing from you, if it's a personal one, it's for me to decide. But if I'm buying, say, who was it? Robin. A lot of Robin's clothing I bought is all personal purchases. It's for Christmas. If she was to disclose, hey, I smoke on top of my product, it wouldn't be a big deal. I don't remember if she gave a disclosure or not that day. I was just excited, and I'll tell you why. Because I told someone in another chat what my goal was, and that was to be Robin's first sale on her live that day with Dee Dee. And you know what? It was those robes.
Well, I made my first purchase the other night.
People that smoke cigarettes or anything else, because some states it's legal to smoke other. It's probably this. If it's a gift or if it's going into my outreach, because yes, Mr. Stephanie and I make purchases for our outreach. But I may not buy that. And that's my choice. But I'll tell you what, if you didn't put a disclosure in, and I receive your package, and my post office has to do a drug test on it, it's the last time I ever buy from you. It's been, 2 months? And last week was the first time we've had stuff back in the locker.
Part of that's talking to the guy down there.
Yeah. Otherwise, who knows how long it had been before we came off that probationary time. Anyways, y'all have a good night. Nana's still on. I got to jump over there.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Love y'all.
Get ready to pay bills.
If I owe you any money and you haven't sent me an invoice, tonight's a good night to do it. Just saying. Otherwise, ka-ching soon. Love y'all. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
We don't do goodbyes. We do see you laters. See you in another chat. Why is it 2 buttons before we can end? Just wondering. Oh, wait. Let's play this again in case you weren't here earlier.